and that's how I keep it real, because I see my life shift. In the midst of chaos is where I found my purpose. But without the action plan, I would have never found my purpose. Does that make any sense? Okay, so then I started doing this in the morning. I named it the 5-5-5-5-5. Because the way my brain is wired, if you tell me to wake up at 5 and do 20 minutes of spiritual just being, I'll be like, I can't do that. So I have to simplify. I'm like, oh wait, the 5-5-5-5. I totally can do that. So what's 5-5-5-5? Wake up at 5 a.m. 5 minutes of prayer, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of visualization, 5 minutes of gratitude. So for me in the morning, that was my thing. So for me, it was a conversation with God. People really complicate this whole thing of prayer. It's just a conversation with God. And you don't have to say no fancy prayer. It's just, and there was some days that God knows my heart. It wasn't like, I love you, God. It was more so like, are you even here? You know? And that was seriously where my heart was. And then there was times in the 5 minutes that I actually felt really good. I'm like, God, thank you for everything. I'm so grateful for you. I'm feeling good today. 5 minutes of meditation, because people overthink meditation as well. There's different forms of meditation, by the way. So my 5-minute meditation is just being there. Because our head is so busy. Like, we have a bunch of thoughts in our minds that just sitting there, and maybe if I had a question in my mind, or if I was doubting, maybe I'll hear whispering. I did. Why do you think I didn't move? I did not go anywhere with the surgery until 11 months later, because it was in that quiet time that I heard, don't move yet. Don't move yet. And some things you can't even talk to other people about because they're not going to understand it. Okay? Your walk is completely different from mine and someone else. So sometimes it's less is best. Like, don't tell you, God, I think God told me this. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good for you. You know, so sometimes I just kept those things to myself, wrote it down, and said, okay, this feels good for me. 5 minutes of visualization, what does that mean? To me, it was a vision board. And if I tell you guys how many things have manifested in my life from that vision board, oh my goodness. For many of you, like my health, the decision where I felt like I would have it, all this manifested. It was on my vision board. So 5 minutes, I would look at my visualization board, and I said, okay, God, this is what I'm believing in. And then I will write it down. And that's the whole I am. You guys heard some ladies talking about it. My I am is, I am God-fearing. I am unconditional love. I am beautiful. I am wealthy. I am a philanthropist. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I do stand on that. And I look in the mirror. That's some of the things that I put in the bag of mirror. It was a kicker for me at one point when I started doing the mirror exercise, because I do it every morning. Because it was at one point in my life that I looked at the mirror and I said, Angelina, I love you. I started crying. Oh, like, Angelina, I forgive you. I started bawling. And I really didn't understand. I'm like, woo, I must be PMSing. Because at the first one, I didn't understand it. And I started continuing doing this. I'm like, how many of us walk around thinking we love ourselves? We just love. It's so much easier said than done, right? Especially when you've been through some things in life. You suppress these things and you haven't truly forgiven yourself. And that's why you allow a lot of BS, that's business, love life, anything you name it. It's because we think we dealt with it, but we haven't dealt with it. And it wasn't until I did the mirror exercise that I was like, you don't really love yourself yet. Do it. And I brought mirrors for all the ladies here because I want you to do it. It only takes 5 minutes for you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, Angelina, I love you. I forgive you. You are good enough. For me, with my help, you got this, girl. And you're looking in your soul. And that feeling of knowing, like, I got this. It took a while to get there, but I got it. Okay? So that was part of my morning rituals. And I believe in it. I stand on it. I still do it to this day. My whole life was work, 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 work. And so I decided, I'm like, I need to start surrounding myself with other women. And all I really knew was, and which I love them, they're all here supporting me, my besties over here. But I knew that I wanted to surround, like, look at all these beautiful faces and so many things you learn from other women. And so I wasn't really comfortable going to networking events by myself. It was not something I was comfortable with. And I had a whole game plan. I remember this whole Women Empowerment Expo back in November. I said, I'm going to go by myself, but I'm going to take my cell phone. So if anybody, if I look weird, I can get on my phone and pretend I'm on my phone. I had a whole game plan of text. Hey, girl, I'm going to go to this networking event. Stay by your phone just in case, I need to text you. So I'm like, what am I doing? I drove 45 minutes to just be by myself. I'm like, no, I'm going to completely barge in, and I'm just going to surround myself with these women. If they become the mean girl clique, then I know that's not my energy, and I can excuse myself.